What is up, everybody? It is Joe from JLW Games, and today, coming at you with another cool video. Almost forgot the intro, but anyways, we are back in Planet Coaster, and we are in Arrow Valley once again, and I am happy to say that I am now officially full-time YouTube for the next month and a half, so this is going to be incredible. So what we're going to be doing today is working on the Giga Coaster, yes, just like in the title, and I can't wait to get into this, and we're going to be getting this park very highly detailed and together, and I'm surprised that it's only taken as many episodes as it has, a lot less than Westwood. So anyways, here we are. And what I have been getting mentioned to is that we don't have a water ride in this park just yet. So yes, it's been a while, but say no more, because you are gonna be covered in content here in the next month and a half. So just keep that in mind. So here's kind of the time frame that we're going for today. We're going to be working on Arrow Valley. We're going to be working on Arrow Valley a lot, and also Rustic City. We're going to finish up eventually sometime in this month. We're going to have an episode or two of Celebration City. We're going to finish that project up. And, of course, we're going to be finishing Arrow Valley up in this next month or so. We're going to be having a ton of episodes. Don't worry about it getting rushed. It's not being rushed. We're just going to have a ton of episodes. So what we're going to be doing today is be working on the Giga Coaster, and then after we're done with the Giga Coaster, we're going to be adding a water ride somewhere in the park. I was thinking over here on the inside by the drop tower, since this area has so much possibility for something, and that could work out quite well. And we also have the possibility of the backside of the park over here by the Wing Coaster and Giga Coaster, which also is a little bit open, a little bit more narrow on land there, but it could work. So I apologize if the video quality is kind of lagging or low right now. I don't know why. It's are we getting a 24-hour stream today? No, not today. I'm not prepared for that. So what we're going to be going right into this Giga Coaster, and it's going to be a pretty good Giga Coaster. I think it broke the record, isn't it? 130 feet tall, 127 feet. So it breaks the record by 2 feet. It is 2 feet higher, taller than Fury 325, obviously. And what we're going to be doing is we are going to be let me reload this because the stream is not loading on my computer. Then again, I do need to upgrade my processor. I just have so much going on my computer at once that it's just hard for it to process all of this stuff, you know. So alright, so levels out here, we're going to be using a lot of the smooth tool, and we're going to be heading up this direction just a little bit. I might even swap my live stream to the my laptop. That way I have one less thing open on my computer, and that might help out just a little bit. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to be closing the live stream on there, so I can't see your comments at the moment, so just hang in there with me, and I will be with you guys in just a moment. And I'm going to set up my laptop real quick, and in fact, I probably do need to do a couple updates on my PC and get it all set and ready to go next time. So I'll have that ready for the next time. Okay, I'll get my computer over here, and I can't wait to see what you guys are commenting, because I can't see them right now. They weren't loading. I'm sure everyone is very excited, so I'm just going to talk about a little bit of the future. So a lot of people are worried that I'm going to start rushing this park, which is not the case. We're just going to have a lot more episodes coming out very, very soon. So those who enjoy the content and everything, you're going to enjoy it even more, because, again, if you haven't heard yet, I am officially full-time YouTube for the next month and a half. So lots of stuff coming. Lots of stuff coming. So we have a lot to look forward to. Alright, we're gonna start to do a turn this way, and I'm gonna actually turn on the banking offset so we have just a little bit there. Alright, let me log into my laptop. I'll get that going. Already a little bit of a performance boost since there's one less thing open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a nice little turn into over here. And I want it to be very high speed. So it's just going to fly through this. Just going to fly like a bird. And it's going to be glossy too, like just glossy smooth. I just want to lead it to wrap around the park here, kind of the idea. Okay, my laptop is up and running, but we're gonna have to wait on it to load. So we're gonna go around right here. So I want to minimize the amount of custom supports I have to do. I actually don't want, I kind of want to leave out some custom supports here. I just kind of want to do my own thing. So we're going to go ahead, we will smooth this out. It's over 200 feet, but that's okay. And it's going to have like this twist and turn. We're gonna start heading down this way as we start going down. We're gonna go down as smoothly as possible as we head down this next hill. Alright, and if you're commenting, again, I apologize because I don't currently have the stream up. I will be up in just momentarily, and then I will be able to see your comments in just a moment. So hang on with that for me, or be patient with me on that. As we get to the ground level here, and then we're going to adjust the supports, since there are a ton of supports that I actually don't really need. One thing about this coaster, it's going to be nice, long, spread out. And now we're going to go in and get this glossy smooth. That's the one thing I love about doing like Hyper and Giga coasters. It's one of the easier coaster types in Planet Coaster to actually get a little smoother. And we're going to be taking our time on this layout because we are going to make sure it's as smooth as possible and just the best possible ride ever built. It's going to be like the best Giga of all time, hopefully. So we have another 200-foot hill coming up over here. This is going to be, it's going to be flying through this pretty quickly. That is for sure. We're also smoothing this section out, which will take a little bit of time, and then we're going to adjust the supporting structures so there's a little less supports. Because if you know B&Ms, they have like 5 supports for the whole ride. Obviously not completely. But like they don't have a whole lot of supports on their ride, which actually does make it a little easier for me. Alright, let's smooth all this last part out together. And we're just going to smooth in some sections that I think can just kind of get a little smooth. Alright, comments will be coming back up here just in a moment once I get it started up on my laptop. But I'm also trying to work at the same time. So I hope you guys are having a great New Year's Eve. And I hope you guys had a great 2017. 2017 was a little bit of a rough year for me. But it's okay, because 2018 has great things ahead. I know it. My New Year's resolution is to visit more parks next year. That's my goal. I have a couple parks that I want to visit next year, and I don't know if it'll happen. For one, Cedar Point's again. That's like starting to become an annual trip that I take every year now. That and Kings Island. Alright, we're getting in. I always use the wrong cursor sometimes. It's funny. I'll be using my mouse on my PC when I'm actually meant to use it on my laptop. So, okay, let's get the live stream back going up in here. And it's nice because it's kind of like a third screen I can use to kind of judge what I'm doing. Alright, and this turn kind of reminds me a little bit of Fury 325 when it does that one turn and it just... I think it's right before it dives under the bridge. Laptop isn't the fastest thing in the world, but we'll get it going. Alright, let's get a train moving on this thing, so we're going to go ahead and let it test out. And we're going to see how well it flies through this 201-foot tall twist hill thing. You might even gray out or even black out a little bit in this in real life, because you're going straight into this big turn, high-speed turn. But we'll see how well it flows through. Okay, live streaming. Let's see how well it's turning out so far. Get caught up on all your comments. Don't even know if anyone's watching. There we are. Okay. Now you can see your comments again. Alright, let's gonna take a look at the live data a little bit here and just kind of get an idea of where we're at. Let's see, the excitement is off the charts. We got a max speed of 95 miles per hour. Flies through that pretty well, and I'm sure you get some good air time. Alright, we're gonna smooth this out just a little bit more. My computer's running a little bit rough than usual. Maybe I need to clean it out. I don't know. You're chatting with this tree and they have a crush on me. They've had this crush on me. Well, set me up with a date, man. As long as it's not a date in a place that, you know, is made out of wood. Because that would be awkward. Speaking of trees, where are all the trees? We need more trees in this park. Especially on the outside once we do the, and everything. Make the drop steeper. So out of no... Come on, I've already made... I actually can't make the drop steeper, really. Much steeper, anyways. It actually only gets to 81 degrees. And that's roughly, probably nearly 81 degrees, if not already. So you can't really make it much steeper. If I made it much steeper, it'd actually be close to 90. I might reconfigure the drop, and then I would have to redo the support here too. If I did that. I'm semi-okay with the first drop. I've always had issues doing the first drops on Giga coasters like this, on B&M Gigas anyways, because it's just so tall. And it's hard to get the shaping of that drop correct. Alright, so what are we going to do after this turn? I think thinking a nice little airtime hill, and then we can have a turnaround section maybe. How many airtime moments are you going to put in this coaster? Hopefully a lot. Probably get some decent airtime just on this turn here. Kind of like that sideways airtime a little bit. Which, if you haven't felt sideways airtime, it's amazing. It's a great sensation. It's just like really awesome. You're just going sideways and you're flying out. Alright, in Error Valley, do you want to ride the most? You're probably asking everyone in general, so I'll answer myself. So far, that is a good question. I'd say I'm probably most excited for this Giga coaster, honestly. And I haven't even finished it. I've only done the first drop and the hill after that, so. But I think it's going to be the highlight of the park. It's going to be the coaster enthusiast ride right here. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do another coaster after this. I might, but we'll see. I think 6 is a pretty good opening number for a park. Most parks don't even open, brand new parks don't even open with that many coasters. You know, so. But we'll see. Okay, now we're going to start getting rid of some supports here that I don't think that we absolutely need. So we're going to get rid of kind of like every other one. I mean, I could keep all these, but be very un-B&M-like to have so many supports. As their supports can hold a lot. There we go. A little bit better. I think I'll keep that last one there. For now. Looking a little bit better, or a little more like a B&M now. B&Ms, you know, they have less supporting on them. But I think that's a good amount, especially for a 200-foot tall, 200-foot tall hill, turning hill. You can see it does still keeps the heart line just a little bit, slightly goes off to the side. All right, so that's good right there. Alright, so what element would work well over in this way? Alright, if I'm going to do a water ride, I feel like I can just do another airtime hill here. I want to leave plenty of space over there. Where are you going? So we're going to go upwards here. Okay. All right, about 175 feet, so get some good floater airtime. Maybe a slightly ejector, depending on how much speed it still has here. And then there's also going to be some water over here if we do that water ride, so We'll add just a little bit more scenic. Make this hill a little bit more scenic. Oops. Each element we place, we're going to go in and just kind of like smooth it out to as much as we can. See how much it's going to fly you out of your seat a lot there. So it's not more floater, it's going to be more ejector airtime on this because it still has a lot of speed coming into this hill. So we're going to try and maximize the airtime a lot here. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to have a hill and that's going to turn around somewhere in this area here. Probably the next element we have, it's going to turn around and it will wrap around. And this is actually setting up the water ride right here, and we're going to have kind of like maybe some water here that will really just kind of complete this coaster scenery wise. So we got to make it pretty. And the good thing is you don't have to smooth too much of this. I do anyways, but there's not a whole lot of smoothing you have to do because it stays pretty smooth when you just do these like airtime hills and stuff, so. That's quite nice there. And then sometimes on these hills, just these kind of, I only do it to these hills, but I will actually select the entire thing and smooth it out. Because there's no turns or anything, so you don't have to worry about like any heart line stuff or anything like that, because it's literally a straight hill. And then kind of like the transitions between the two elements, you want to make sure those are glossy smooth as well. So like the bottom of this hill, make sure that just levels out perfectly. And then just one more time here, and this hill will probably be good. It's got a pretty good shape to it. That's one thing I want to make sure of, is it has a nice shape. Alright, and now it's time to get rid of the unnecessary extra supports. Like so. Think about keeping the top two. Kind of like that. I don't know. The way the top's just a little extra supported. Doesn't look too bad. And now I kind of want to do a really cool turnaround here. Excuse me. So let's get shaken. Do I still have the 4 banking offset? Yep. So we're gonna first twist a little bit this way. Here we go. Alright, we do need to get to a certain spot here where we're gonna start flipping you around here. Hopefully I can get this on the first try and not have to redo it. There's going to be a heavy bank here once we reach the peak. Oh, you're only going to let me go to 90? See, that's a little bit malarkey right there. I do have limits turned off, don't I? I'm going to double check on it, but I'm pretty sure I have limits turned off. See, this would be under game. Disable track limits. I thought I already had that. Okay. So now I can go beyond 90, right? Nope, it's not going to let me. Maybe if I backed out and I did it again. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we can go beyond 90. I was about to say, I'm like, I'm gonna shorten this up a little bit. See what idea is this? We're just gonna have like a nice wide turnaround. And it's not, I mean, it is gonna have just a very large bank. Hopefully after smoothing this out, it will take a little bit better of a shape, but a bit longer here. Ooh, still has some. It's still shooting at a pretty high speed here, so let's try and take our time getting to that top part. Alright, I might be, yeah, I'm banked a little too much here. I don't really want to go too much further than 120. That's why I was starting to look a little weird. I'm going to shorten this piece up just a little bit. That's going to be like the halfway part there. Please don't put that there. I don't want that support right there. Oh. We're not gonna have awkward supports like that. Don't do that to me. Why doesn't it just put it on the other side? I don't understand, but it's okay. Just a little bit less here. Alright, we need to actually go a little steeper here. Make my pieces just a little bit longer. This is going to probably be one of the hardest elements I'm putting to build by hand. So we're just going to take our time. as I'm doing my best to try and mirror the other side. So see, at this point it's already been leveling out here. Alright, we'll go to 0. Make this piece a little bit smaller. It's gonna be kind of like one of those hammerhead turnarounds-ish. But it's kind of larger. Like a larger version of that. See, we're not properly steep enough either. Alright, you'll go to 0. About right there. And we're gonna start twisting the other way. Just a bit. Alright, we're still... See, I'm hoping the smooth tool is going to help me out a little bit here. At least a little bit. If you know what I mean. We're gonna go 0. We're gonna make this... Well, it's not a hammerhead element at all. I'm just putting that out there. Just so you know, it's not technically. Hammerhead's like, oh, I don't know. It's a little bit smaller and it's little. I don't know how to say it. All right, this is without smoothing, so let's go ahead and see what we can do with smoothing and see if I can make this thing turn out the way the shaping I want it, anyways. So it kind of like banks out to the outside a little bit, and then it goes back inside and turns around and mirrors itself on the other side. That's kind of the idea with this. So if I can get the shaping and smoothing right on this, we'll see how it turns out. As you can see, there's those bumpiness, as it says, and no limits depump those vertices. I had to turn off track limits because I wanted this beyond 90. Because in reality, it would be about beyond 90, so. Alright. First side's not looking too bad. The second side is what I'm most nervous about. Shaping-wise. Let's kind of start off with one section at a time here. There you go, smooth that out. Smoothy, smoothie, smooth. It's gonna go through this pretty quickly too. It's gonna be a pretty fast turnaround. Where's the ride at? Okay, it's almost to the top of the lift. I wanted to kind of watch it go through this. Just gonna smooth this section out a little bit. It's a little bumpy. We want to smooth that out. I want to give my the only thing with the smooth tool, it does get rid a lot of your banking. Most of the time I don't want to get rid of that banking. I want to keep it, and then I'll go back and I can tell you what, this one's probably gonna be one of those ones that have the green across the board, so it's like one of those large turnaround elements. I actually don't really know the name of this. But, you know, it slightly goes to one side and then it banks back around and makes a kind of a larger turn. And then I can keep those this bank turn beyond 90 degrees, which I'm glad that we have the option to disable track limits, because really these do go beyond 90 degrees, and a lot of Giga B&M Gigas, I believe, actually do. So and you thought Fury 325 was big. This is 2 feet taller than Fury. Alright, that's looking pretty good. It's actually turned out pretty well the way that I wanted it. I was fearful that I would have to go back in and restructure it all. But for right now, I think it's pretty good. It's not perfect, but looking at it, I'm actually pretty pleased of how it turned out so far. Let's actually smooth out the turn itself. So it is kind of similar to a hammerhead turn. It's just kind of a larger scaled one, I guess. It's kind of like a more large rounded. I don't know. Make the chain lift speed faster. I think I already did. It's already at 7 miles an hour. Which I think is a pretty decent speed. I do need to put another custom support, I think, right there, maybe. Alright, let's see how well this thing's flowing through. I'm starting to lose a little frame rate on my PC, so I just have so much stuff going on at once, and this park's growing so big, so I just have to capture the moments. I kind of want to just have another mirror this, a little bit of this, hill. I'm coming back at a little bit of an awkward angle here, so we're gonna, I think I'll add to it though, just adding a little bit of a twist here. And then we're going to be looking at a mid-course brake run somewhere along the lines here. Don't exactly know where yet, but there's going to be a mid-course break run somewhere. It's going to be coming up soon, for sure. Again, we're maximizing some airtime, so we're just going to... What's better to do that than some airtime hills? Please tell me this isn't bent. Yes, it is. Of course it is. Oh my gosh. It always keeps the thing bent, even when I don't have it bent. At least I'm pretty sure I never have it bent, and it still bends it. I usually probably forget anyways. This one will be slightly smaller than the last one. I'm gonna shape that up in just a minute. There's some good floater airtime. Shorten up this piece just a little bit. Not that short, though. It's harder to do stuff because it's not wanting to do what I want it to. There, we'll go to 0 on this one. Just make a long piece. Alright, and we'll start things off by just selecting the entire hill. Try and smooth it out a little bit. Let's go ahead and smooth out our transition here. We have some supports going and in between themselves. Kind of makes you go, whoa. Is this one large piece? Come on. Ah. So now if I do supports, it's going to take away 2 at a time. Let's see, how small can I get this? Ah, you little booger butt. Alright, those lower ones I don't mind having. Kind of wish I could get rid of one of these, but I can't get rid of one. I have to get rid of 2 if I want to get rid of one. Just kind of a crappy situation here. I go down one here and get those supports back on. That's better. I can actually go with that. I actually have not messed with these yet. That's why it's never a bad idea to do shorter segments, so you can actually get the supports that you want. Get rid of the ones that you don't want. Alright, I like those there. Get rid of that one and that one. Now you're properly supported. But yeah, the layout's starting to shape up a little bit. It's starting to look pretty good. I like it so far. So now we're starting to head back towards this spot over here. Towards the start of the ride. I just want to pack in a lot of airtime. That's what we all want, is just a lot of airtime. Now I kind of want to do something interesting. I kind of want to do a fun section here. Cool section. So we're gonna go up. This is gonna be a fun part. Very exhilarating. High speed. I didn't realize my segments were still that long. Just a little bit longer here. We're gonna dive under this previous track section. This is gonna be another high-speed flyby. Do want to keep that support structure there. So we gotta have some sections where it flies under it, in and under itself a couple times. Maybe have a couple head choppers and stuff. We're gonna head back over the first drop over here. We're gonna get rid of this tree that's in the way. We're gonna let's hug the terrain a little bit here. Line her up. You're gonna go to 0, you're gonna go to 0. There we go. Now we're gonna go back and smooth this. Alright, just so everyone does know, we are not gonna put any inversions on this. It's gonna be a true Giga coaster. Closest inversion we have is probably gonna be this turnaround over here. So what we have here, let's drag it. This is going to be put together very nicely. So originally I was supposed to work today and tomorrow, but since to the cold temperatures, the ride that I operate will not be running, so I actually get these last 2 days off, so I figured I'd get started on YouTube a couple days early. So you're most likely going to be seeing live streams around this time that I'm streaming now, and then I'll also try to be posting a video later on as well. So I want to have like 2 different things, a video and a live stream each day. That's kind of like going to be my goal for doing this full time. So the video will be up later in the day, as the live streams like in the morning. And then according to my schedule, it could change a little bit, who knows. And hopefully I'll have other video up tonight, later on. Just kind of depends on the rendering progress. It'll probably be like Rustic City, most likely, because that's like a video series and not a live stream series, so... So we're getting into the smoothing process through each of these. This is going to be a high speed because it's only 100 feet tall, so it's going to be very, very fast at this section right here. I mean, what a park opens up with a Giga coaster on opening day. Like, you don't see that very often. This park just has a big budget, so, or had a larger budget, so they were able to afford these high-priced rides. So it goes over that hill. Look at the excitement ratings, like in the green non-stop. For most of the time, except for like the bottom of the hills. Sometimes it's not, but... These high-speed turns are kind of up the fear rating up a little bit, which is okay as long as we're not in the red too lot. So everyone wants the 24-hour live stream. When am I returning to SDC? The series? I don't know. The series of SDC, the recreation series of SDC, is just going to be kind of like an off and on kind of thing. It's more of a background, it's a major background project, I'll put it that way. One that I'm just going to take my time, where you'll see a episode of it every so often. Here and there, you know. Alright, we should probably start hitting a mid-course here pretty soon. I think we got a good part of the ride done here, because there's a lot here. So I think we should look into a mid-course very soon. It's not really bent. Why? You should be at 0. You're at 0. But we are packing in a lot of airtime on this ride. You better believe that. We can go ahead and get to 0 there. Are we still angled? Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure I put everything at 0 before I got into this, but apparently I didn't. Made that hill a little bit bigger, but that's okay. It still has a lot of speed into it. So once we get to that mid-course, which I think I'm going to put after this hill, I'm going to go down and then go up. Then we're going to go up on the next hill, and that's going to set us into the mid-course. And then we're just going to have like a tighter section packed with some airtime where it's lower to the ground and stuff. Because that's what you see a lot of. Once it starts losing its momentum, it actually stays closer to the ground, tighter turns and everything, and kind of, you know, it's less spread out, everything like that. Once you get to that second half, it's usually that bit faster paced. That way it feels like it never loses its speed. Feeling wise, it feels like it's not going to lose its speed. Put you about right there. Alright, let's smooth out this hill. Over the top and to the bottom here. Get some good floater airtime a little there. Wonder what the track length on this ride is going to be. I'm very curious and excited at the same time. I feel like I should have put an extra piece here. Allowing it to smooth out just a little bit better here. Your turn, right? Yep, your turn. Of course you were. Why wouldn't you be? Making me look dumb like always. Darn game. Are you still turning? No, you're not. It looks like you were. I think it's just the illusion with the one thing, the offset. Banking offset. That's the one. As we make the turn here. Smooth that out just a little bit. Okay. Almost done here. Looks pretty smooth. Of course, with the frame rate that it is, it's not great. I'm getting about 12 frames a second right now. But at least it's playable still. Alright, now it's time to get us set up in that mid-course brake run that I was just talking about. So we're going to go up, and I want it to lose a lot of its speed coming up here, so it's going to be kind of a taller hill. That way we can keep momentum in the second half of the ride. We don't want to kill too much speed. If you know what I mean. So we're going to keep it pretty high up. Probably taller than the last couple of hills. That way it can lose its speed, but yet we'll still have a lot of height to work with still. want to make sure we still have enough height to work with. Yep, you're still turning. Ah! Why do I make that mistake so often? I'd say a little over 100 feet will be plenty. I'll put you at 0, but I'm going to make you a little bit smaller. So we're still working off of like another 130 feet here, so... And then the last part of the ride is gonna basically be back here. Back behind it. So it's gonna be a long, spread out layout. It should work out pretty well. Yeah, that's good right there. Now, you know what time it is. Block section time. The optional catwalk, we're actually probably going to make some... Do my best to make some steps coming down, like a real one. Make the segment just a little bit smaller. Brake target speed. I'm going to keep it up high. I don't want it to slow down too much. We want the release speed and release acceleration all the way up so we keep our speed. I'm going to put about 3 here. This is just so we can run multiple trains. Quite a few trains. Turn the catwalk off now. And we're going to dive down. Alright, now we got this drop after the brake run, or the block section. It's a pretty good first drop. I like it. Okay, so I am in a spot where I think I can make this map larger, actually. Since I am in the scenario editor. Oh gosh. My headset unplugged for a second. So we're gonna go park. We're gonna edit the dimensions. I don't know if I can see how much bigger we can get. Yeah. Don't think it actually matters because I can go over that line anyways, but I'm just going to make it bigger anyways. I can do whatever I want. Alright, so we're going to rotate this. And now we're going to get to that part where it's just like more tight turns and banks and smaller hills. You're going to really feel like you're keeping your speed up. Essentially, we're going to feel like we're going to have a little bit of a wave turn here. Should be kind of neat. Just a little over 90 degrees. Alright, we're at 0. Zero. Alright, and this is only 91 feet, so... And again, we'll adjust all the settings on like the brake run and stuff when, and everything. We'll adjust everything. It's gonna be a pretty long ride though, I feel like. Let's see where the excitement and everything's staying at here. Staying pretty high. Alright, let's get the transition smoothed. Just over here. This is just going to be a brilliant ride. And look how much track is involved in this ride. It's just so long. It's gonna kill me. Bye, trees. We'll add more, it's okay. The trees will come back. Now we're going to get some pops of airtime here. That's what I want to do, is some pops of airtime. So a pop of airtime here on this little tiny 55-foot tall hill. Actually, it might be smaller by the time we're done with it. Maybe 54. I don't know. Still 55. We're gonna just try and pack a punch here at the end with some smaller hills and quick turns and stuff like that. Might adjust the brake sections a little bit more. Adjust the settings of them so we can fulfill what we want to do. Alright, haven't messed with the supporting yet lately, so we're gonna do that. But yeah, what do you guys think of this layout, Giga layout so far? I absolutely love it. I think it's gonna be the highlight of this park for sure. It's long, it's got speed. It certainly is going to be a huge highlight of the park. I just like the way it's going to flow through. The way it's laid out too is also something I'm liking a lot. See how well this airtime hill is going to do here for excitement. Pretty good. It's got it back up to 10 for a moment there. Oh, this is the one that has this talking in it. The skies are so far away. I think that's how it went. Something like that. Oh gosh, we're lagging a little bit. Ah! And then one of my favorite maneuvers to do on coasters that are low to the ground, because now we're kind of in that mode, is just twist and turns back and forth everywhere. That just kind of like whip you around. I absolutely love those. Or it's just gonna twist you one way, twist you back the other. Alright, we're gonna twist you back to 0. And we're just gonna twisty turn around and maneuver around everything. Alright, we're going right there on that supports. Alright, make this segment just a little bit smaller. Alright, so now we're gonna start going back this, like this. So we got some twists and turns, and now we're just gonna pop some more, throw in some more another airtime spot here. Can't forget that airtime. Got to keep the airtime coming. It's gonna have those twists and turns, and it's still gotta fly out of your seat occasionally. That's what it's all about. Start twisting back this way again. Alright, now for reals, we're going to head back towards the station, because we're getting to the point where we're going to be losing quite a bit of momentum here, so we want to make sure we're set up well at the end of the ride. Go to 0. Alright. I always felt like the end-game, airtime statistics are always kind of off, in my opinion. I'm sure I'm not the only one that would agree with that, or say that. Because I have felt like that. I'm just like, man, I feel like this poster is given more airtime, and it's saying it actually does not get much airtime, and it's like, come on. Oh, I guess I need to turn a little bit, just slightly here. I have to go back and smooth a lot of this part because we haven't done that yet. Alright, so we're going to have another turn and just a couple things here, and we're going to head right into the station here. So now we're going to set this up. And we are going to get this going. So we are going to do a block section with a catwalk right behind here. And now we're going to do some friction brakes that it's going to hit. Angle snap is off, so it's going to be an angled brake run. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, before we get too much further, let's go ahead and smooth out a lot of this section of the track. I can't remember what I've smoothed yet, so I think it was just about getting into these turns here. So we're almost done. We just got to do some smoothing, do the very last section, and this sucker is going to be one of the best Giga coasters in the world. I truly believe it. I'm curious on its track length, too. It's a very long ride, it looks like. I'm sure it'll definitely be a 2-minute plus ride, of course. For sure. about this. The completion, the last pieces are coming, is almost there. Is there going to be theming? Very, very little. Again, this is here in Arrow Valley. It's more of an amusement park, so think more Cedar Point or Six Flags-ish is what I'm going for. So there's not a whole lot of theming going into the rides like Westwood, and I think that's why Westwood took so many more episodes so far. Is why it feels like it's going to be more episodes on Westwood, and this one's not going to have as many episodes, I don't feel like, just because there's the lack of as much theming in it. But when we get into Time City, there's going to be a lot of theming. So we'll get back to our theming roots very soon. Which I still plan on having that first episode late in this month. I didn't give a date because I didn't know what time it would be, but I figured it'd be later this month. That's when we get started on Time City. Oh, I'm so excited for that series. I've actually been practicing my building on some certain things that I want to do in the park. And I've actually been practicing it. Off screen, I've just been like practicing stuff and stuff that's going to be going into the Time City park. Everything's going to just be down to the detail completely. This includes like the parking lot and everything like that. It's just going to be so heavily detailed and so beautiful that my goal with Time City is going to be to blow your mind. Just like you're going to be like, holy crap, I can't believe this was done in Planet Coaster. And I'm committing a full year onto it, and it's going to be pretty much the only main project going on in Planet Coaster. There's also a lot of new stuff that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing some fun stuff with some friends with some new content that is not Planet Coaster related here pretty soon. So it's going to really expand what I'm going to be doing on the channel. That's not going to consume the entire channel, but it's going to be fun. I'm just going to have fun playing games with some of my friends. So I have another that's going to be fun. Scene making out with multiple trees. Okay, I'm not that bad, am I? I did hug a tree the other day. In the park I work at, I did hug a tree because there actually are a lot of trees in the middle of the pathways there. Someone yelled at me, or actually said tree hugger, which I guess made sense because that's what I was doing. Oh, I guess I made that a little bit too wide. Let's make this a little. Just gonna have a nice little tight turn here. My frame rate is so bad right now, it's just Alright, we're at the perfect, I think we're at the perfect time. Start heading back towards that station. For sure. Alright. This is all we gotta do. And the music just makes it that much better, setting this last turn up to the brake run. It's building up. You ready? I don't know if you're ready for it. Alright, we'll smooth this out. Oh, lag. Alright, I'm gonna make sure this is banked enough where I want it. Smooth tool always gets rid of the banking. It's mean. Alright, this turn is gonna need some shaping up here. There we go. Whew. I'm so excited. All this hard work we've been streaming for about an hour and a half just making the layout of this ride has been absolutely incredible. Because I wanted to make sure it was going to probably be the best ride in the park, so. Look at this thing, just massive. I think we have a good last part of the ride too, you know, after the mid-course. I feel like I probably could have put the mid-course a little bit sooner at some point in the ride, but still not too bad. That excitement rating is still skyrocketing through this entire ride. I think it's definitely going to have greens across the board. For sure. Moment of truth to see how much green it gets. All greens across the board. 7.42 excitement rating. Let's take a look at the results. Duration 151 seconds. My goodness, that's a long ride. That is pretty good. Let's see, that would be, it's nearly 2.5 minutes, I think, right? Or is it 2.5? So 2 minutes is 120 seconds plus 30. So it's a 2.5 minute ride. That's pretty stinking awesome. Track length 8,019 feet. Holy poop. That is long. Biggest drop 304 feet. So the drop's 304 feet tall, with the lift being 327 feet. But my goodness. Track scenery rating's already high, and I don't even hardly have anything around it. That's incredible. It's probably a lot. It has a lot to do with the custom supports. Incredible. Wow, man. Just... let's see. 304 feet, max speed 95 miles per hour. Holy crap! I'm curious now. I want to see what records this thing is breaking. Oops. I'm gonna look at this up. Let's see. Isn't Steel Dragon 2000 the longest roller coaster in the world? Is it longer than this? No, it is. Barely. We were so close to beating the length record. We were about 100 feet short. That's incredible. We were about 100 feet short from breaking the track length record, which is Steel Dragon 2000, which has 8,133 feet of track. Incredible. For some reason, I thought it was in the 7,000s, and I was like, did we break that? I don't think we did. But we are the tallest Giga coaster in the world, so we did break that record. Tallest Giga coaster. So I'll take that. Longest Giga coaster, I'm going to go ahead and say that. It's definitely longer than any Giga coaster out there, I'd say. For sure, it has to be. Alright, let's get some cinematic shots of this. Alright. See it a little bit off screen. Not the greatest frame rate, but hey, we're doing pretty good right now. 30 frames per second. Now it's 21, 31, 32. Maybe it's just while building it, the frame rate likes to... Ugh. Look at those. I love my custom supports that I've come up with. Those are great. I love the custom supports that I made. Oh, this is some of these views. Steel Dragon is a Giga. Yes, it is. Did I say it wasn't? I don't know if I said it wasn't, but it is a Giga. Because it is over 300 feet, I believe, yeah. I'm sorry if the stream's laggy. I try my best. It's hard to get it in these shots. Oh, look at the views that you're going to get on this ride. Incredible. Oh, that first drop is so good looking. Look at that airtime. I still might restructure this turn here a little bit. I don't know. Looks pretty smooth. So I don't know. I might keep it. Looks pretty good. Once we get some more scenery items around this and trees, it's going to look good. I might have to smooth out a couple sections. Looks like the stream's lagging for me anyways. There's the mid-course. Again, I apologize if it's lagging on the stream. The video output is currently low right now for some reason. Oh, it's a good looking ride though. It's lagging, yeah, just like I said, it's lagging. Every time you do these shots, like live stream these shots, they always lag. POVs, anything like that, they always lag on the live stream. Everything else will be like perfectly fine, and then it will just like lag on the stream for some reason. Because it's just like video output low. As soon as I go away from the video output, it's just like... Yes, I know it's unbearable. Like I said, you can't get any POV or any good shots of it live streaming. Maybe after it processes, I don't know, but while you're live streaming, the lag is just stupid. It always does that. And then when I get out of the POV or shots I was doing, then it goes back to being fine again. I don't know why. It's stupid. And then everyone yells at me that it's, you know, lagging and stuff. It's like there's nothing I can do about it. You know, YouTube isn't the perfect live stream part. It's still I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. My settings have never changed. Even when it works fine. In my opinion, I think it's been lagging the entire stream anyways, so... See, I'm getting about 22 frames a second on the game itself, but... Or again, everything on my side is perfectly normal and fine. I think it's a YouTube side thing that's lagging the stream out, because when I do Twitch and stuff, I have no issues with lagging at all. I will put that out there. I have the same settings, same everything, but if I do it like through Twitch, everything is perfectly fine and normal. It doesn't lag at all. And then on YouTube, it just starts lagging randomly out of nowhere, even though it's been fine like through the whole thing. And I haven't changed a single setting or anything, and it'll just start lagging. I don't know why it does it. It just does it. I really don't know why, because I think it's just YouTube, and YouTube's live streaming isn't as good as like Twitch and stuff. And then I'm like, all right, guys, I'm gonna live stream on Twitch, and people go, no, don't do that. You know, I don't know why, but people are just like, no, don't do that. That, you know, it's better. And it only does it when like I move around right now. See, I'm sitting still and it's actually just fine. So always interesting. So this Giga coaster is awesome. I'm loving it. And it could be kind of the fact that I think I do need to clean my computer out a little bit too. So I'll get to move on that as well. So I will say it might be slightly my side, but I'm not sure. Everything on my side looks good, but I'll try and make sure it doesn't happen again. I'll do my best to work on it. See if I can't find a solution to the lagginess. Again, the park is getting a little bigger, and it might be a little too much video to render for YouTube. I don't know. I'm gonna sit. I'm just trying to sit still for a minute, and maybe that helps out a little bit. Because the constantly moving just might be too much for YouTube. I don't know. Because when I sit still for a minute and start doing some small movements, it doesn't lag, period. Which I find kind of interesting. Kind of weird. That's okay. As I go in and just place the awesome amount of trees. Which just will complete the environment. Do I know if time travel will have theming around the ride? I don't know. So far it doesn't. But that queue line is going to be theming enough, I can tell you that much. If there isn't, that queue line's going to make up for it for sure. It looks like it's still lagging anyways. Oh well. I apologize for all this lagging, guys. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know if I can fix it. I think it's just YouTube, and this game is just too much for it. Again, I'll do whatever I can, but to try and fix it next time, but as of right now, that's just how it is. What time is it? Oh man, it's already after noon. Already afternoon. So we're gonna decorate the Giga coaster a little bit. So a couple of key things I want to do before we start finishing up the park is that we're going to be doing more. We're gonna put a water ride over by there, over by the drop tower. First and foremost, that's on the to-do list. Water ride in this section right here. And then we're going to be doing finishing up some stuff. We also still need to do the Giga Coaster station queue line and all that jazz. All that stuff has to be going in as well. Alright, we're going to change some of the texturing over here in the for the Giga Coaster. It already has more theming than Fury. I mean, again, this is not going to be like themed at all, hardly themed at all. We're just going to find some names for some of these rides, and it's going to go with that. So we're just gonna do a little bit of texturing here on our, some light texturing. Make it look like something's been built. See, I've been really debating whether or not to live stream on Twitch and then just post it on YouTube later, right afterwards. That way you can still watch it on YouTube, just not live. If you want to watch it live, you have to go to Twitch. And I don't do Twitch very often because I know a lot of people like being notified from YouTube, but my accounts are linked, so you should be notified anyways. But I don't know. I just get less viewers on Twitch, so less people are there to enjoy the stream. So that's kind of like the reasoning why I always stay on YouTube, mostly. I'm gonna mix a couple of different textures in here, do some nice blending. And again, this last part of the stream, it's been lagging quite a bit, and I apologize for that. I wish there was more that I could do about that issue. But that's just how it turns out sometimes, so unfortunately. Yeah, this is gonna be a beautiful, already a beautiful ride. I think it's turned out quite beautifully. So a long 2.5 minute ride. You're gonna have some water over here that's just gonna complete it. And it really gives good views of the entrance of the park as well. It just adds more to it. As you can see, you walk in, and at the entrance you just see all these roller coasters. And you know, in all reality, there's only 6 coasters in this park, but it looks like there's a ton of them when you're walking in, and that's kind of like the aesthetic that you feel when you see it. You know, you're just like, oh my gosh, look at all these rides and attractions. And in all reality, it's actually not that big. You know? Because when you're looking at it, the park itself actually is not very large itself. And you can see how we're actually starting to close it up a little bit. So, it's kind of an interesting thing. I might throw a little bit, some more stuff back in this area in the back section of the park, but might even connect some of these. I mean, I know it looks like it's starting to come together, but there's still a lot more to do in this park. Trust me, there's a lot of more scenery, a lot more stuff to do. But like literally, like just look at this. Just look at the atmosphere of this park when you walk in. The Era Valley. Yeah, you walk in, there's Era Valley's sign and entrance, and you just see a Giga coaster, a Ferris wheel, you see a lot of the wing coaster, and depending on where you're at, you can see the aero coaster, the wooden coaster. You can even see the spinning coaster, and then when you're off to your left here in the entrance area, you just get this awesome T-Rex coaster behind it. You know, it's just like, wow. Oh, it's incredible. And I'm very happy of how this park has been turning out. And we're definitely going to do more in the entrance here with the water fountain, of course, and everything like that. So I know a lot of people have been commenting on that. That needs to be more decorative and everything. Maybe some water fountains. And that is going to be going in there as well. So don't worry about that. So that will be coming in the near future, of course. So anyways, but yeah, quite awesome. Let's see, I'm gonna figure out how this is gonna go down. See, there's a lot of different stuff that we do have to get in there still. I actually want to go into scenery for this. We're gonna go with we're gonna actually want to throw some hedges. in this spot. So I think it will do really well. If we do it right. So it'll act as a barrier as well. But I hope you guys have been thoroughly enjoying Era Valley. I have. Absolutely love this park. I had high expectations for it. For a little while, it was starting to get to the point I was getting a little worried for it, of where it was going, but now, lately, it has just been incredibly amazing. And after adding some details and everything, and really getting the park going, I'm not worried about it any longer. It's just amazing. Oops, I'm gonna replace that one. Replace it. Yeah, we were just... It's incredible to think that we're almost in 2018 already. That's incredible to really think of, too. I'm just like, wow, tomorrow is 2018. Like, just think about that for a second. Tomorrow's 2018. We're in the next year. Tomorrow. Today's the last day. We can enjoy 2017. There we go. See, that just looks great. And then if we add a little bit of... I'm just kind of doing some pinch of details as we get into the Giga Costa area. That way it feels a little more complete. A couple of bushes here and there in the... See, what we do need to have is that corkscrew structure going over this. I get some of those yellow bushes that will look good with that. Yeah, quite nice. We're gonna get some elements in here that just go path elements so people can just rest. Have a good time. Enjoy the views of the ride. For sure. Put a couple of lights. And just the simplest little detail like this can really change an area to make it go, wow, that actually looks really awesome. Okay, we need a couple of bins as well. So I don't want those little guests littering in my park, or I'll shoot them. Yeah, just look at that. Looks nice. Now we'll just put a tree right here, along with some bushes. And we'll just kind of make a nice little planter section here, spot. Yeah, it's quite nice. And we'll put some sort of border around that as well. Now, this is just like that classic Aero coaster kind of, you know, Era Valley, you gotta have that classic Aero coaster in the park. And it's one of those rides, you know, that really, if you're getting into your first upside down roller coasters, it can really help because it's not very large, very small. Kids can enjoy it, and it's still thrilling. Yeah, it's a pretty nice layout. I'm actually very proud of this little aero coaster. There's still a lot of sections for us to complete for sure. Because we still have that. Here, we'll go ahead and place the entrance and exit. I don't really feel like doing the station just yet. That'll probably be next episode. Maybe. We might do that next episode. We might actually start on the water ride next episode. What kind of water ride should we do? Should we do a rapids water ride or should we do a log flume over here? I know I should probably have more than one water ride at the opening, but we're only going to have one to start off. I've made that decision. It does need a water ride, but I just don't know which one to do. Let's see what we got. We got the log flume and the river rapids, pretty much. I hope they add more eventually. Maybe some more like interactive, like the interactive boat ride with the water guns. That'd be kind of neat. I'd like to see that someday, maybe. I don't know. Some people say water coaster, which isn't a bad idea either. Could be a good idea. But it would go in this spot right here and just kind of close up this section. It's going to be its own little area. I want to have like a body of water right here just to give more scenic views for the Giga coaster as well. But I would say I kind of want to lean more towards river rapids or log flume, for sure. But you can see there's still some spots and details in the middle of the park that still need to be done and paid attention to, which we will of course get to that. And how many rides do I actually have in this park? I kind of want to count them. See, attractions and shops. These are the actual rides themselves. We only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rides total. That includes flat rides and coasters. So I would like to be in the 20 range at least, you know, eventually, but I don't know if we'll get quite there. But that, of course, that's not counting shops and facilities, of course, which some people count those as attractions. If you want to, but they could be. They could be. But yeah, we're going to develop this side of the park, and this side, that's the main parts that need to be developed, and then, so what's left in this is going to be detailing, pretty much the water ride is the last big attraction we still need to add. And then just more detailing and just kind of finishing up the park. So I'm going to assume that we're going to be around 30 episodes. I don't know if we'll quite get to 40 like Westwood. So it's going to be kind of less episodes. I'm going to predict around 30 episodes. That's what I'm going to say. But again, we're going to get up there. And we're going to be working on this park a lot this month. So you won't want to miss this park because this park is amazing. As much as I am excited for Time City, I'm very excited for Arrow Valley to be completed as well. So I cannot wait. I hope you guys stick with me through the rest of the series, and it's going to be fantastic. It's just going to be fantastic. And then we have bigger, better things more to come later on. So we're going to be finishing this series this month. We're going to be finishing Rustic City this month, hopefully. I'm not sure if I'm going to be finishing it or not. I've actually had an interesting decision that I think I'm going to do for Rustic City. It's actually a smaller park. Rustic City is going to be a small park. That is not going to have much to it, but it's going to be heavily detailed. That's kind of the idea of that, so it should be able to not have too much. It's only going to have like maybe 2 roller coasters at that. So we're going to have hopefully these two completed. Celebration City will only take a couple more episodes, hopefully. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how much that takes. So, but I'm mostly focusing right now on, going to be focusing here on Arrow Valley, and also a lot on Rustic City as well. It's been a long time since the last Rustic City episode, so, but we'll see how all that turns out. So, I think I'm very excited for this park. Are you guys excited? I am. So, a lot more to come for this park. I hope you guys are enjoying this series a lot. So, yeah. So I might do a little bit more to the parking lot. It's very boring at the moment. I might add some back spots, some far away parking. You know, for those people that don't want to get here late. Why would you get to a theme park late or amusement park pretty late? But my parking lot skills are improving, and I can't wait until to see my parking lot skills in my next park. So, just to kind of explain what we're going to be doing here for this next month and the next year, actually. So, again, I already told you that I'm going to be finishing up this park this month. I'm going to be finishing up Rustic City, Celebration City. Those projects will get completed, and then we'll be down to just Time City, which will start towards the end of this month, probably, which I'm so excited for. And we're going to be focusing on Time City pretty much this next year. So that's going to be the main project, and there's still off projects going on behind it, which is more like the recreation of Silver Dollar City. That's going to be off and on that series, and then, of course, a live stream series, which is going to be, of course, the live stream series is going to be continuing Golden Valley. Those are projects that aren't just going to end like ever, you know, so they're always going to be going on. So they're kind of like those back projects in a way. So I just keep that in mind, that, you know, I'm still going to have Golden Valley still going on, but that's a series that like never ends pretty much. So that's kind of how that one works. So Time City is going to be videos only. It's not going to be a live stream. It might occasionally be a live stream, but where I'm going with it right now, it's most likely essentially going to be more videos than anything, to give it the highest quality kind of series possible. So, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more amazing content like this. And I hope you guys are enjoying Arrow Valley, and as we build more and more of this park and detail it more, so you're not going to want to miss the rest of this month while we complete this park. So it's still going to be a lot more episodes. It's not going to be wrapped up anytime soon. Well, it is like within this month, but not like in the next coming episodes. Still have quite a bit to do. So I will catch you guys in the next video or live stream, whichever you do next. So hope you guys have a great day and cooler tomorrow, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks so much, and goodbye. And have a happy New Year, by the way. If I don't get to see you, by the way, yeah. Happy New Year, because this might be the last video of the year. We'll see. I might have a video up later today, but we'll just see on that.